In the world we live in today, transportation across the world is very important. This is because there are business and vacation destinations all over the world. The fastest way to get to these destinations is through air travel. As a result, there are many different airlines across the world. Singapore Airlines and Qantas are two airlines that are based in the Asia-Pacific region. This presentation will discuss each company's present, past and future. It will also explain some of the major decisions that they have made over the years, how they have grown, and the different services that they offer. Singapore International Airlines, also known as SIA, first started operations in May 1st, 1947. Today, the in-flight service on Singapore Airlines is one of the best in the world. Chris World is Singapore Airlines' award-winning in-flight entertainment system. It offers passengers with a wide range of entertainment options from games to movies. Singapore Airlines has a world gourmet cuisine, which has a selection of exclusive and tantalizing dishes. Singapore Airlines is a state-owned company and has flights to over 65 destinations in 35 countries. A bird, also known as the Silver Chris, is Singapore Airlines' logo, which is found on the tail fin of all aircrafts. It has remained unchanged since Singapore Airlines began. However, the logo type and stripes used since 1972 were changed in 1988 to the ones used today. Qantas first started operations on 16 November 1920. Today, Qantas is regarded as the world's leading long-distance airline and one of the strongest brands in Australia. This is because Qantas provides outstanding service to its customers. Qantas is a public company and has flights to over 21 destinations in 14 countries. The original kangaroo symbol appearing on all Qantas aircraft was adapted from the Australian 1 penny coin. The winged kangaroo symbol was created by a Sydney designer and first appeared on January 1947. The current symbol for Qantas Airlines is designed to reflect the changing structure of the airline's new generation aircraft and keep with Qantas' increasing focus on contemporary designs for in-flight and on-ground products. It was unveiled on July 27th. Singapore Airlines and Qantas both work in a monopolistic competition. Monopolistic competition is a type of market structure in which large amounts of firms compete with similar items. This is because there are many different airlines in the world. Most of the time, a country has its own carrier, like Singapore has Singapore Airlines, and above that have budget flights. Some examples of competitors with Singapore Airlines and Qantas include Thai Airways, Korean Air, and Garuda. These are its main competitors because they offer almost the same services and fly to the same places. However, there are other competitors, such as budget airlines. However, they do not offer the same type of entertainment, food, and service. There are also many substitutes for air travel. These include car, train, and boats. However, these modes of transport are very inconvenient. Also, the time to go there and come back is increased significantly. Both Singapore Airlines and Qantas provide a service. This service is to provide air travel to different parts of the world for work and leisure. Singapore Airlines and Qantas divide most of their planes into three sections. This is first, business, and economy class. First class is usually designed with luxury, space, and comfort in mind. Taking comfort into consideration, the Sky Suite on Singapore Airlines can recline into any angle, including a fully flat bed. The seat also automatically adjusts to provide better support. Besides the luxurious environment, first class is a bigger individual TV, more individual space, a larger variety of quality of the gourmet meals, and many more benefits. However, as a result of this service, especially on Singapore Airlines, prices for first class are exceptionally higher than other airlines. Business class is intended for all the business travelers who want to relax before landing and continuing their work. Thus, the business class cabins consist of seats in a 2-2-2 configuration, giving them the necessary space. As business class is intended for business travelers, their seat has a lot of privacy so they can do work. Business class also has a personal TV, more gourmet meals, and more individualized service. Economy class is for families and is what most of the plane is allocated to. In economy class, the seats are closer together and the legroom is lessened a lot from business and first class. However, there is still usually a personal entertainment system of Chris World. There are also small individual touches that make economy unique, such as a reading lamp and in-seat power supply. Because most profit from majority of their flights are from economic class, it is decided that it should be on point A. This means that there are lower number of first and business class seats, but a lot of economy class seats. We can see this in the production possibility curve. The PPC is the boundary line between attainable and unattainable levels of production with the current FOPs. In the PPC graph, we can see that as the amount of first and business class seats are reduced from F to F1, the economy seats are increased from E to E1. However, there are few flights on Singapore Airlines that are all business class, Singapore to New York and Singapore to Los Angeles. This is because previously the business class sections were fully booked, as this route is very popular among businessmen. So as a result, Singapore Airlines decided to introduce the first ever fully business class flight. This can be seen in the PPC graph. So, for these special flights, the point will not be at A, and the flight will not have any economy class seats. As we can see, that once the number of economy seats were removed from E to E1, the number of business class seats moved from B to B1. The overall movement along the PPC curve is from A to C. As a result of having full business class flights, the whole PPC curve for the income of that route will shift outwards. This can be seen in the PPC graph. In the PPC graph, we see that the PPC shifts from PPC1 to PPC2. Point F represents a point within the PPC where materials are not being used to their full potential. Point G is a point outside the PPC curve. This is an impossible point to reach with the current technology, FOPs, and trade. As a result of having so many competitors, Singapore Airlines and Qantas, economy and business classes, are elastic. This is because, as price increases, the passenger or the company will want to save their money and find a cheaper alternative, thus will not use Singapore Airlines or Qantas. This can be seen in the elasticity graph. In the graph, we can see that as the price increases from P to P1, the quantity demanded has decreased from Q to Q1. However, for first class, it is very inelastic. This is because first class is always very expensive, as it is a luxury good. Because the passengers that are rich take first class, even if the price increases, as long as they continue to enjoy the food, service and entertainment, they will continue to fly with Singapore Airlines or Qantas, making it almost perfectly inelastic. This can be seen in the elasticity graph. In the graph, we can see that as price increases from P to P1, the quantity does not fall much, only from Q to Q1. In conclusion, we can see how Singapore Airlines and Qantas have come from small companies and now are very successful airlines. In the world we live in today, where flying is so normal, and some fly even before they walk, it is very important to understand the steps that each company has taken to get to where they are today. We understand that once a company gets bigger, they have other services that help make flying and vacation easier with their passengers.